Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is the most disturbing videos on the internet today. Let's dive in. A mysterious shadow entity found on camera footage in 1997 in New Jersey. What was that?
Do you see that? Over there, look, over there. You see that?
What the hell?
Wait, because that was it again, right there. Wait.
I don't like this.
You see that? Right there. Look.
Oh my god. That's not an animal. I don't like this.
Okay, fuck. Go.
What did they run into? An alien versus predator fight?
Y'all check this footage out. So a trucker in Alberta, Canada captures a 11 through 13 foot Sasquatch on his dash camera while driving on site. This is amazing. Watch. You're about to see. Keep watching. Look at it. Look at him right there. That thing is huge. That's a legit Sasquatch, you guys. 11 to 13 foot tall. Alberta, Canada. And he doesn't even notice the Sasquatch at this point. The story says he doesn't notice the Sasquatch until he parks and actually gets out of his truck and sees it walking. And once he sees it, he gets back in the truck and drives off site. As you can see, he took off running. He gets back in the car and he takes off. Y'all check this footage out.
That thing was a unit. Did you see how tall it was? What are you going to do against a Sasquatch? That thing was an absolute unit. If you're enjoying these videos, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button because we do these videos every single day. And I love to see you around here. So let's get straight back into the action.
This right here is the free energy technology that our ancient world used to use. You will see this technology on old buildings all around the world. Here is another example. This is harnessing energy from the ether. So all these old buildings will have an antenna at the top which harnesses the energy from the ether and brings it into the resonator, which is filled with mercury. When mercury spins, it creates a current. You can even find this technology in your hometown. This is in Hamilton, Ontario, where I live. And this is exactly what our ancient world used to look like. There was no wires, just the antenna and the amplifier. You'll see light bulbs there as well. Now check this video out.
Right now I'm about 30 feet in the air. I have the wire marked every 10 feet. I'm currently at 27 volts.
So he's measuring the voltage that is in the air at 30 feet right now. When he starts pulling it down, the voltage will come down, as you can see.
But here's what happens when I start pulling it down.
It's pulling it down right now. The voltage meter goes down. This is the exact technology that Tesla had rediscovered when he built his Tesla tower. He used this to harness the energy from the ether, and then it would be distributed to the people for free. Great Tartaria was one of the greatest civilizations that ever existed, and they wiped it from the history books because they did not want you to figure out the free energy technology that these people used. Everything's been wiped from our history books that actually happened, and they rewrote the history books to make you a slave. On the flip side, human consciousness is ascending. This technology is coming back to light. People are becoming more and more aware that we have been lied to about everything our whole entire lives. Humanity will rise up and we will eliminate the parasites that attempt to control this world. Peace and love. This right
I'm telling you, the Draconian Federation, I don't know how many times I gotta say it. Them boys took over. They took everything from us.
Who is this that obscures my plans with words without knowledge? Brace yourself like a man. I will question you, and you shall answer me. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? On what were its footings set? Or who laid its cornerstone, while the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy? Who shut up the sea behind doors when it burst forth from the womb? When I made the clouds its garment and wrapped it in thick darkness, when I fixed limits for it and set its doors and bars in place, when I said, "This far you may come and no farther. Here is where your proud waves halt." Have you ever given orders to the morning, or shown the dawn its place, that it might take the earth by the edges and shake the wicked out of it? The earth takes shape like clay under a seal. Its features stand out like those of a garment. The wicked are denied their light, and their upraised arm is broken. Have you journeyed to the springs of the sea, or walked in the recesses of the deep? Have the gates of death been shown to you? Have you seen the gates of the deepest darkness? Have you comprehended the vast expanses of the earth? Tell me if you know all this. What is the way to the abode of light? And where does darkness reside? Can you take them to their places? Do you know the paths to their dwellings? Surely you know, for you were already born. You have lived so many years. Have you entered the storehouses of the snow, or seen the storehouses of the hail, which I reserve for times of trouble, for days of war and battle? What is the way to the place where the lightning is dispersed, or the place where the east winds are scattered over the earth? Who cuts a channel for the torrents of rain, and a path for the thunderstorm, to water a land where no one lives, an uninhabited desert, to satisfy a desolate wasteland, and make it sprout with grass? Does the rain have a father? Who fathers the drops of dew? From whose womb comes the ice? Who gives birth to the frost from the heavens? Who is this that obscures my plan?
I wanted to hear the rest, like honeydew to the ears. Living water.
Skywatcher. I watched a video of theirs on YouTube. I mean, it'll blow your mind. It's these military dudes that are their own private organization now, developed this technology that they call the dog whistle. Anytime they turn on the dog whistle, a UAP shows up.
It's like a calling beacon.
They have different classes of UAPs, and this is a little chart. So there's the Tetra, which is class 1, the Tic Tac class 2, Blob class 3, Beam class 4, Manta Ray class 5, Bright Star class 6, Jellyfish class 7, Hornet class 8, and then Egg class 9. It's always daylight too. They never summon them at night.
Even scarier.
Yeah, because they can better observe during the day.
So if the government's able to do that, there's no way they're not like saying, let's trap one.
But that's not even the government. This is their own company.
That's what I'm saying, but like
company.
the government has this information.
Yeah.
They're definitely catching these things, tricking or trapping or something.
I saw this. I'm like, how is no one's talking about this? This video, they're literally like, turn on the dog whistle, and they're like, yeah, there's class 1.
Dude, I do not want to see that in real life. Like, I'm way more okay with it being spooky than real.
It's so strange though that like this frequency, they said they have 100% success rate of it. As soon as they turn it on, they will see a UAP.
Yeah, it's not like you're just shot in the dark and they just show up every once in a while. Like this
Yeah.
is a literal communication system.
Yeah. Skywatcher.
So they just blowing dog whistles, summoning UFOs? I believe someone used to do this back in the 90s, but except he didn't use no whistle.
They tell you that the sun hurts you, but they don't tell you that in ancient hospitals there were solariums because the sun detoxifies you, giving you electromagnetic energy. They tell you that the sun hurts you, but they don't tell you that in ancient hospitals there were solariums because the sun detoxifies you, giving you electromagnetic energy. They tell you about the magnetic fields of magnets, but they don't tell you about the magnetic field around your body. The disease appears in this field before it manifests itself physically in your body. The sun is electric, the earth is magnetic, and you are electromagnetic. That is why the ancients had earth shoes to connect to the magnetic earth. The sticks were not just for fashion. They were used as conductors of electromagnetic energy to ground the body. Now we wear sunglasses to block the sun's healing rays from entering our nervous system. We have lost the true connection to our nature, being turned into electrical batteries that run through a circuit board matrix. The next stage of human awakening is a revolution of human consciousness. If you don't agree with this video, you are heavily programmed to follow the orders of the elite. And there is nothing wrong with that. We are programmable beings. They tell you that the sun hurts you.
You ever have somebody you just trying to show something and they just not getting it? You like, wake up, look at this. You gotta believe me. And they just like, that don't seem right. You're crazy. Well, I'm here to tell you you're among friends.
Yes, this is a giant turned into rock, and many people never even knew that this was possible. And now, say this with me, if something looks like a giant body part, it is a giant body part. Who can guess what this is? If you guessed a giant mammary organ from the old world, then you would be correct. This comes from Utoba Cave in Bulgaria, which is a cave that has the exact dimensions of a female uterus. What a coincidence that is. It definitely isn't part of a giant that was from the old world thousands of years ago that died suddenly and became a mountain. And speaking of giant structures, there's no way that this could be a giant tree stump, even though that is exactly what it looks like. And there is no way that the Himalayan pink sea salt that we eat is actually from the flesh of giants, because there's absolutely no resemblance between flesh and a pink salt mine. These are rock cutouts from those caves, and they definitely don't look like slabs of bacon. And this for sure cannot be a giant turtle. And this here is another natural formation of a mountain that definitely isn't a giant man-made axe on top of a giant tree stump. And this yes, this is a giant.
Unbelievable. I mean, I guess giants were reproducing. It only makes sense, right? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Pay attention, check this out. Now I'm going to show you guys zoomed in. Check this out over here. What the heck is going on here? Pay attention, check this out.
Me and you both know what just happened there. Yeah, they're doing that all right.
Scientists have made an important discovery inside the supervolcano deep under.
In a busy house.
Scientists have made an important discovery inside the supervolcano deep underground Yellowstone National Park. Nearly 2.5 miles down, they found a magma cap which releases pressure and reduces the chances of a tremendous eruption. This gives researchers a better understanding of where Yellowstone's magma begins and could help determine when it will erupt next. The ancient volcano last erupted thousands of years ago.
Yellowstone. Have you guys been to Yellowstone yet? What would you recommend you do there if you do go? Is it worth it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
In 280 BC, they built a 32-meter-tall bronze statue of the sun god Helios, one of the 7 wonders. Too bad it only lasted 54 years before an earthquake took it down. So legendary masterpiece, or ancient oops. In 280 BC, they built a 32-meter-tall bronze statue of the sun god Helios, one of the 7 wonders. Too bad it only lasted 54 years before an earthquake took it down. So legendary masterpiece, or ancient oops.
I wonder if they have any pieces left of it, if it really was real. You know, they should have at least a head or something on display. Real life Ophanum angel. How would they capture this? I mean, if it is real, how did they capture it is the question. What is going on here? Type of satanic ritual in Spain? Now, I'm not sure what's supposed to be going on here. I don't know if they got Kanye West up there wearing the black Ku Klux Klan hat. I'm not seeing any type of joy. Nobody's getting baptized. I guarantee you that. This is, what are they holding? Lightsabers? What is going on in Spain? Up to some type of demonic ritual? Y'all tell me. I'm just looking in on this, looking at this. Crosses upside down? Ah, they tripping. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What are they doing?
Someone once said if you actually want to understand history, don't pay attention to the names and the dates because they're always changing, but pay attention to the symbols and the colors and the themes because those are ever present. Case in point, the American eagle, indistinguishable from the Roman eagle, which looks the same as Zeus's eagle, harkens back all the way to the Egyptian eagle. It's on their flag right now. And sure, you can say, hey, it's a cool bird. A lot of people want to use it for national symbolism. But you know, it's not toucans up here, it's all eagles. The Mexican flag is essentially the Italian flag, except there's an eagle devouring a snake. Told Cortez saw an eagle eating a snake on a cactus in a lake, and that's the mythology for the flag. But alternative sources claim that the naming of America is not actually after this guy, Mr. Amerigos, who drew a map once, but it's in fact named after Amaru, the winged serpent deity of the Inca, very similar to Quetzalcoatl of the Aztecs, this wise winged serpent which was at the center of their religion. So you have this Roman Italian Catholic flag of a Roman Italian eagle eating a snake, and you're getting a real history lesson here of what actually happened in Mexico. Who currently runs Mexico? And I know it was the Spanish who conquered Mexico, but they're all Roman Catholics. That's the whole beauty of the symbolism. The cross is mightier than any of their individual flags. Just going back to Egypt with their eagle, I heard that the colors of ancient Egypt were red, white, and blue. Red represented the lower kingdom, white represented the upper kingdom, and the Nile was the blue that held them together. It's also so fascinating because it seems like red, white, and blue are absolutely colonizing colors. Most people who are colonizers have some form of a red, white, and blue flag. This is how the elites operate. I really do think they see all of these countries as chess pieces, red versus blue. Within countries, red versus blue, these magnetic polarities that are always preyed upon. Never unity, always fighting at these two extremes. The very fabric of our nation. I might be reaching here, but wouldn't it be something if these weren't arbitrary colors and symbols? They were actually deeply meaningful and not for the fake reasons that they tell us, but for much more nefarious reasons that are hidden and are ancient, and we really don't even know what they're doing. All just food for thought, of course. I'm not actually sure about any of this, just taking stabs at it. Someone once said if you actually want to understand...
Only speculation. Entertainment purposes only, not factual.
Grab it and throw it out! What the do you mean? Grab it and throw it out now! Alright? Grab it and throw it out! What?
At least you don't got a giant spider in there. A pigeon ain't that bad, honestly.
The original poster writes, after looking at some of my old trail camera footage, I noticed a silhouette in the background of one of the photos of my brother. My brother was alone that day and has no explanation of who it could be. What are your theories?
Looks like he got a phantom on camera, to be honest. How creepy.
Ice Spice casually flashes a symbol on stage, but is it just a pose or something darker? Watch this.
They are booing with the rocking the upside down cross, throwing up the horns. The crowd is booing. We tired of that. Where's the righteous celebrities? Is that even possible?
A demon-faced creature was spotted deep in the woods, and the footage is chilling. Watch this. If this thing is real, then what else is hiding out there? Because
That's either a shapeshifter that got stuck or something ominous. I have no idea, but it definitely does have a demon face, whatever is in there. Maybe it's a bear and they edited some horns. I don't know, but I'd be getting out of there quickly.
It's real. Hello, gentlemen, and welcome to Psychosec. Can I answer any questions? What is it all about? Well, we're a company that produces 100% organic human sleeves. You're probably wondering what's a human sleeve. Well, if you gather around, I can let you know what we do here in full details. So here at Psychosec, we've been able to achieve true immortality by taking your human consciousness and storing it on a device called a cortical stack. It's implanted in the base of your neck, and it collects and stores everything that makes you you. Every memory, every emotion, every sensation, everything you've ever experienced gets stored on this little device. You can see it here on the screen that's about to come up. You guys just follow me. All the information is stored on this device and can be digitally transferred from one sleeve that you currently occupy into the sleeve of your choosing.
Sleeves are basically human bodies we grow in our labs. They're organically real. Bones, tissue, organs, everything. These are the best bodies you'll ever have. Period. Nothing can hurt these bodies, but they are human. So if something were to happen to them, you can always change them out for a new one. That's why it says immortality becomes non-existent. Because you can be 50 in one body and change to the next body. You're as young as you feel. If you come this way, David's going to show you some 2018 models that you can choose from.
That has to be a stunt for a movie. There's no way they actually achieve transferring human consciousness. There's no way. You thought I didn't have an excellent specimen for you today? Think again. Feast your eyes on this rare and beautiful multi-flowers of fine silo set spikes on green affiliate crystals. They just look like sea urchins, like a white sea urchin. How crazy is that? If I had to name this piece, I would call it the Three Puffs. I know that's the best I got on this one. If you can do better, drop it in the comments because I'm struggling with this one.
This is called the Cave Theater, located at Aswan, outside the Nubian Museum. This is called the Cave Theater.
Who knows, maybe back in the ancient day they did plays in there.
There's a tree, you can see how big it is. It's coming directly overhead. Well, I guess you guys did come back in a big one, huh? You know where I sit. I sit here all the time. Just glad you came. Appears to be the same one in a video before.
That was a UFO captured by an astronomer. If you made it this far, go ahead and drop Saturday Night Live as a code word. That lets me know you made it all the way through, and I appreciate your support. It means the world to me, and I just want to say thank you. This was the most disturbing videos on the internet today. See you tomorrow.